We don't need to let these people sabotage any form of success that you have anymore. It's 2026. There's literally so much success that can go around in so many ways, shapes, and forms. But people just always feel the need, like, why do you feel the need to sabotage me as I'm getting lean, or try to sabotage me as I'm getting lean? I've had it happen to myself plenty of times. I've had it happen to my clients plenty of times. I remember being at this party once, and I was offered a drink. And I'm like, yep, no, I'm good, man, thank you. And he's like, really? Like, here, like, come on. And I was like, no, like, really, I'm good. Like, I don't drink. Like, that's not my thing. And he said, wow, really? I don't know how you do that. And all I could think of when I was sitting there was, oh, yeah, like how I don't drink. He's like, yeah, that's like, how? Like, how can you even live like that? I'm like, okay, wow, that's absolutely insane. So we just have, we have to just completely switch up our brain chemistry to have fun in the first place. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but one thing you'll start to notice with people is that when you set a certain standard for yourself, everyone else is always going to have something to say. Everyone is going to think some type of way about it. And more importantly, because they don't see themselves in the same light that you do, they don't have those same standards for themselves, they feel the need to bring you down to their level. It's always so much easier to take someone that's way up here and knock them down than that person trying to climb to that new standard. That's just the unfortunate truth. That's how it is. And it really sucks because you would think like, oh yeah, if we all just keep progressing, we all set a higher standard, we all try to climb and help each other out, we all thrive. At least I say it all the time. All my homies thrive. I want everybody I know to be thriving physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, whatever it might be. It feels like it makes more sense for all of us to work together and to climb that ladder together. But in reality, most people, one, don't want to see you win. And then two, when you do start winning, they always have something to say about it. Ah, wow, like you're going to bring that meal prep? You're eating your chicken and your broccoli and rice again? Ah, that seems boring. I don't think I could do that ever. Yeah, I know you can't do that ever. My clients hear this all the time when they bring their food to work. I don't even prescribe specific meal plans. Like, hey, you need to eat X, Y, and Z. I have them follow a set of parameters that works for them that actually still gets them results but gives them a lot more flexibility. But some of them choose to eat more like a bodybuilder. Fine by me, that just gives them the results faster, right? But they hear these comments all the time. People like, dang, I don't know, that seems like your life is so boring. Your life kind of sucks. And it's always the people that are just extremely overweight or with nothing going for them, or they've worked the same job for like 20 or 30 years and haven't progressed in any way, shape, or form. They just kind of go through the motions each and every day. It's like, yeah, dude, I don't really expect you to understand this because I am trying to take things to another level. Have you ever been lean in your life, aside from when you were like a child? And sometimes even then, yeah, even as a child, no, especially nowadays, right? You see it literally every single, go to friggin' Walmart. You'll freaking look around, but there's like almost every single person there is overweight or unhealthy. So it's just easier for people to take a freaking hammer and just freaking chop, cut that ladder down with where you are at, than them actually try to climb that ladder, actually try to put in that work, actually try to do something about it. And it's crazy because I've noticed some of my clients too, they actually used to say like, oh, well, I'm just a social drinker. Yeah, man. Well, you're just going out every single weekend, socializing. So you're drinking every single weekend. That's your excuse. That's your way of coping for wanting to go ahead and drink all the time. When stuff like that happens and when you start to change your way of living, you change your habits, you change the structure, everything that's going on around you, other people start to notice that, which means other people are also going to have comments on that. Wow, like, why, really? You don't want to drink with us tonight? But we do this every single weekend. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, well, like, I'm really trying to get lean right now, and that doesn't help my goals. What? Okay, whatever, man. I guess he's better than us now. Everyone's always got some sort of comment to say. And it's like, dude, you don't need to say that. Like, if you're a real friend, if you're a true friend, or you care about this person, why do you feel the need to impede on their goals? It makes no sense. Like, it just doesn't add up. On top of that, the more you lean out, especially as summertime is approaching, the more that, one, you're already feeling it. Like, you already feel that drain. You already feel like, wow, I've been really, I've been locking in with my diet, my nutrition. I've been getting my steps in. I'm doing everything that I need to in order to actually lean out, and it's working, but it kind of sucks sometimes. And, if it didn't suck, everyone would just be lean. Everyone would have a six-pack for summer. And so you're already in this state of perpetual, I'm picking up, like, there's a verse in the Bible, like, I'm picking up my cross daily right now, except with your fitness and your nutrition. Like, I'm fighting this right now, but it's working, and this is what it takes to actually get there, because most people won't do that in the first place. And so as you're fighting these temptations with food, with people offering you drinks, with maybe even like, hey, let's just sit in tonight and play video games, and instead of you going to the gym. And sometimes you just have to, like, put that wall up, like, hey, I know we do this like every single Friday. I was really busy today. I got caught up at work. I wasn't able to get my lift in. Like, I got to go do that real quick. Maybe we could play some games after, depending on if I have enough time or not. People are just going to always look at you weird. People are going to have a comment. They're going to have to say something to you. And you have to be able to hold your ground. But it's so hard. It's so hard mentally when you are so used to something. You're in a habit of something. It's so hard to break that and snap out of that. Especially when you're with people that are constantly, maybe partying, maybe drinking. Maybe you have a family. Some of my ethnic clients, they are very, very inclined to go out with their family every single weekend. Sometimes multiple times a week. Oh, well, it's my cousin's birthday here, and then there's a graduation here, but then my mom, is having people over for dinner, and we're all eating this. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Like, you should be socializing. You should be enjoying your life. Where's our self-control at? You want certain results, you need to act a certain way. You need to behave a certain way. We need to break habits from what you were doing previously in order to get this new body that you've never been to, that you never had. You've never had a six-pack before. You want to have a six-pack for summer? We're going to have to do something different. We can't just keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting something to change on its own. That's literally a definition of insanity. And so you'll notice a lot of people, when you're in this weak state, will fold under that pressure. They'll be like, yeah, it's, you know what, just this one time is fine. And then it turns into 2 times, and then 3 times, and then all of a sudden they wonder, wow, it's the middle of July, and I'm still 25% body fat. What the heck happened? Yeah, it's because you let yourself slip, and you let yourself fall to that social pressure. People are gonna, you need to be strong with what you want. People don't understand where you're coming from most of the time, especially when you get lean, especially if this is your first time as an adult being lean. Most people after high school, they gain, 20 pounds, sometimes their freshman year of college. Freshman 15 pounds, 20 pounds, and then, a decade passes. Wow, I'm 37 pounds up. 2 decades pass. Wow, I'm 60 pounds up. What, from high school, what happened? What changed? Yeah, well, you stopped moving, you started eating like crap, you started getting busy everywhere else in life, and you forgot that your health is the only thing that really matters, because when you don't have your health, you're like, oh, well, now I am, the sick man has one wish, right? I want to be healthy. But when you're healthy, when your business is going good, and this is going right, everything's perfect, you don't think about that. But every time you're sick, you're like, dang, I really wish I could get this tickle out of my throat. I wish I wasn't so nauseous. I wish this migraine would just go away. So easy to do it when you're actually in the position. But it's hard to do it when things are going good. People are respecting you a certain way. They're acting towards you a certain way. And then your buddies who have never lifted or even paid attention to anything in their diet for their whole life are like, what's wrong with you, man? Why can't you do this? We should be having fun. Well, you're out with us. We do this all the time. And so as you get tempted more and more, you'll start to build a resilience to it. But that first split-second decision, that's when that resilience starts. You can't give in one time and then expect yourself to be stronger the next time, because you're setting the tone, you're setting the frame for yourself. Most people will never have a six-pack. I think the average body fat percentage for a man nowadays in the States and America is like 30%? Probably even more. As these years go on, I bet you it continues to get higher. And it's really sad to see that. And so most people can never comprehend what it's like to actually have a six-pack. The respect that they earned when they do have that six-pack, when they do take their shirt off at the beach. Even right now with my own journey, I've been dialing in pretty darn hard. I screwed up in May this past month. I completely screwed up. I was not tracking anything. I was barely getting my steps in. I had a lot of stuff going on, and I just didn't prioritize it. Wasn't thinking about it. Got lazy, and I realized, wow, I tipped that seesaw a little bit too much toward the regular life side of things, eating whatever I want, not really paying attention. Now I have to put extra work in to actually get lean for summer. So this past week has honestly sucked because I'm like, hey, I want to be shredded for summer. I want to be diced for summer. I want to be how it is every single year when I go to the beach, when I go to this pool, when I'm putting sunscreen on or I take my shirt off and everyone turns and looks at me. It's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to happen. I know that might sound arrogant or cocky or whatever, but the reality is most men will never experience that. But when you do experience that, you hold yourself to a higher standard. It is a good thing to be competitive. It is a good thing to have high standards. Just because everyone around you has low standards, they don't really care. This is whatever. I'm more of a go with the flow type of guy. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They can live like that. But you don't want to let yourself be inhibited by their actions and their habits. One thing, like I said, this past week I've been locking in extremely hard, logging everything, getting steps in every single day, making sure I'm working out, staying on top of my programming. All this stuff. Like I'm sacrificing social events right now to literally film this video. Like there's a certain amount of things that I want to achieve, and I need to put the work in to achieve those. Literally, one thing that's really cool. A few months ago, pretty pudgy, not gonna lie. Literally at the start of this year, start of 2026, I was not looking so hot. I was actually a little bit ashamed because I am coaching men and women, people younger than me, older than me, people with more experience, people that are more successful in certain areas. I am teaching them how to get fit, how to stay fit, how to get lean, all this stuff that they need that they will have the rest of their lives. And I realized I wasn't even doing it. I wasn't even partaking in it. I wasn't participating in it. And when I saw how I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Just because I'm the coach doesn't mean I have all this extra leeway. Just because I understand how things work means I should also be doing what I'm preaching, right? And so that clicked with me really hard. And I saw, wow, like I actually started letting myself go. And so here we are, what is this, 6 months later, I believe I'm 21 pounds down. I went from 190 in January, and I think I weighed in at like 168 or 169 something today. But it's cool because look, literally, yeah, I hope I don't expose myself right now. I just ate dinner. I just ate dinner. And you can see visible abs right now. And now don't get me wrong, like I still have love handles to lose. It's not like I am super, super lean on the skin right now. But it just goes to show you that me putting this extra work in now, me letting myself suffer now, will have huge payoffs during the summer. I won't have to be self-conscious about myself. I remember I used to freaking hate taking my shirt off at the pool. I remember being in middle school with one of my best friends, and our moms were hanging out, we were hanging out, and I had a shirt like similar to this on, and I got in the pool with the shirt on. And my buddy is like, dude, what are you doing? Like, take your shirt off. And he at the time, he's a little bit more of a chunkier dude too, but he had a lot more confidence than me, way more secure than me. And he's like, what are you doing? Take your shirt off. And at the time too, like I was pretty fit. Like I wasn't a fat kid. I was playing sports. I was athletic. I had stuff going on. But something in my head was telling me, dude, you do not look good right now. You need to basically like stay in your shell. There is no point in doing this. And I remember my parents were asking me, my dad even sat me down, had like a private conversation, like, what was wrong? Why didn't you take your shirt off? I just remember just telling him like every single one of them to ask, oh, well, like, I don't really want to. Like, I don't know. I just didn't feel like I should. And like they couldn't get an answer out of me, but the truth was like, yeah, I was extremely insecure and I had a little bit of fat on me, but I was also really skinny at the same time. So it's like a weird skinny fat, and I had back knee and all this stuff. And it really just wasn't fun. And every time I think back at that, I think about that every single summer. And I'm like, wow, I never want to go back to that ever again because that sucks and that's embarrassing. And it was, now when I look back on it, it's almost more embarrassing. Like, wow, you're so insecure you couldn't even take your shirt off. You were in the water in a regular t-shirt. You couldn't even take your shirt off to get in the pool where there's a bunch of other people, a bunch of other even obese people, overweight people, people who don't take care of themselves that have their shirts off. And I think that really threw me off. I think at that time I had a certain set of beliefs, a certain set of limiting beliefs, and a certain frame that I realized, yeah, that kind of sucks. Like I don't ever want to experience that again. And so that is why each and every year for summer I make sure I'm actually dialed in, I'm locked in. Especially now with my clients, like 90% of us are trying to actually really lean out right now. Some people have some other goals that we're working towards for them, but most of us want to look good for summer. We want to look good. You want to, come off as more attractive to, the other gender, or, you want to turn the heads as you're taking off your shirt. It's not that it's all in vain. It's not that it's all materialistic and I just need the attention, I need this, I need that. But you something wells up within you when you know you have that sort of confidence, that as nowadays people say, like that aura. Like you'd almost feel like there's this aura around you and people are like, oh, that guy, hey, do you like go and like, are you in a show or something? Are you a professional bodybuilder? Like, normal people, they don't know any better. And they're like, do you do something? What do you do? Are you an athlete? And it's like, no, I quite literally just take care of myself. And I am a fitness coach. So like I need to be the walking billboard for what my clients can be and should strive to be. I need to hold myself to a higher standard, because if I expect them to hold this, I need to go even higher than that, because I know I've been doing this for years and I should have a more locked in discipline. I should be more consistent than they are. I should have the knowledge and the education to make things way easier for me, because I've been doing this for so long. I understand how my body is, how to adapt, but I also feel like that is one way, almost like an excuse, an outlet for myself to sometimes just let it go, not pay attention. Hey, you're the coach. You know how to get back on track. You're fine. No, that doesn't fly anymore. That literally cannot fly anymore. And so, in order to uphold this standard, not just for me, my clients, for you should be upholding your own standard. You're gonna have to get used to saying no, and you're gonna have to get used to people always having a comment to make, people, yeah, hating on you, people, talking behind your back, like, oh, look at this. Yeah, they don't know what that is like to actually try to progress and try to hold yourself and really genuinely level up your human body, because they can't imagine themselves doing that. And when they can't imagine themselves doing that, they can't comprehend what's wrong with you, why this, why that. But if any, like 9 times out of 10, they're mostly just jealous. Oh, why can't I think like that? What's wrong with me? Like, why? How come he has so much discipline and drive, but how come I don't have that? Is his testosterone? He probably just has better testosterone, better genetics, whatever. Okay. Okay. Let those people stay stuck. Uh, if someone is, actually looking to get help from you, frick, help them out. Explain what you're actually doing. Don't just say, oh, yeah, I just like eat healthy every once in a while. It's like, no, dude. In order for me to get this lean right now, like how I've been doing, one, I started dieting way back in January. I was ahead of the game. Completely fell off for a couple months in between. A lot of stuff going on. Wasn't paying attention. Realized, hey, I need to get back on track. This past 2 weeks, past week and a half, dialed in hard. Suffering a little extra hard. It's not easy. But also, how many people are going to have a complete six pack for summer? Like I said, this isn't to brag or anything. This isn't to sound like a jerk or overly cocky or anything. It's to let you know that it is possible. You have to put in the work to do it. And as you are putting in that work, as that temptation strikes from everybody else, you have to hold your ground. Do not give in. Do not give up. You've got this. If you need help getting lean, whether it's summer, winter, whatever, there's a one-on-one coaching application down in the description down below. If that is something you're interested in, fill that out. I'll reach out to you. I'll see if I can actually help you. We'll see what you have going on. Okay. In the meantime, stay strong, hold your ground. Other people are going to do their thing. You do you.